Facebook.
It's good to be here.
Hey everybody, Andy here within South Florida with the one and only Mario Quintero, the one-stop shop real estate and mortgage solution. And we are happy to be here with another episode as we dig in and inquire into the mind of Quintero and the expertise on matters such as real estate and mortgages and listings and buyings and selling. And oh my God, there's so much to go on here, Mario. How are you this
See you at the Greater Kendall lunch
Absolutely, absolutely. We just came from lunch there. We had a great meeting with our association in here. Fantastic. It was really good. But Mario, again, when you sent me the schedule for today's show, I was really excited because again, we want to tap into your mind here and trying to clarify all the misconceptions and the mystery about listings and how they work and everything else. Hey, welcome Nate, welcome Nestor. Nestor is going to be with me tonight at Miami Springs at the Curtis Mansion, where me and him are going to share. We're going to do a tag team presentation tonight. He called us Los Dos Cabito Marketing because he's kind of bald too, so you know. Anyway, enough about Nestor and us. Mario, let's talk about the subject of real estate listings. How do you and the Quintero team secure listings for sale?
Well, the primary way that we secure listings is through our referral partners, our prior clients, family, friends, and the people that associate with us that we know very well and they know us. So I would say that the bulk of our listings come directly through referrals. One of the things that helps us to stay in front of our prior clients, referral partners, family and friends is we stay in touch with them through email marketing, email information, and our Mario's Home News newsletter that we have been putting together since 2004. And recently you're helping us to take that completely digital, and we hope to be live digital by October 1st with our newsletter content going on there.
Mario, we're bringing you to 2019. Is it 2019 yet? We're bringing you into the digital marketing age, new websites, social media channels, content, your own show, weekly. And I hear rumors about a potential reality show or something going on there.
Well, that's something that you're trying to get to do. But I'm not sure if I have enough time to do
We're going to follow him around. We're going to have the drone follow Mario around.
I do like a little bit of privacy once in a while.
No privacy as he conducts business. Mario, I've known you for a while, and I've seen some of your online reviews, and your closing speed and rate on properties is absolutely incredible. And I do want to expand on that, but tell us what is contained. What is contained in your listing presentations? What is the secret mix, if you can share that?
Well, there's really no secret.
That's what he says.
It's basically having the confidence and projecting the knowledge and experience that I bring to the table. I do have a proposal or a presentation that's approximately 30 pages long.
Wow.
That I leave behind with the clients so that they could read not only about the RE/MAX brand, the type of agents that are associated with RE/MAX like myself, and how many transactions a RE/MAX on average closes per year.
Okay.
We probably have the highest average of closings per year of any of the major names. In addition to this proposal or presentation, which is filled with a lot of facts, I leave behind a copy of my resume, from the time that I graduated college to the present, all the positions and training that I have secured over the years, specifically in the area of negotiations and selling. And these are the things I bring to the table. I also offer to my clients a lot of goodies that the average realtor does not offer, and that is that we pay for a full appraisal of the property. We also pay for a full inspection of the property, and we also pay for pictures professionally done and a professional video for every listing.
Now, all these fees are passed on to the person that's selling the house, right?
No. I pay for all those things up front, and when I receive my commission at closing, that's it. There's no other fees to the listing.
So wait,
Client.
you actually, hey Wilson, welcome to the broadcast. You actually go into your pocket and you pay ahead of time before anything even happens.
Yeah, it costs me between $1,200 and $1,500
Wow.
before I put a listing on the market. Me personally.
That's really like, I haven't heard of that before. Is that something common in the industry?
I don't know what other people do. I can only say what I do.
Well, obviously it's working for you. It's obviously working for you. So what other things do you offer your clients that sets you apart?
So the main thing that I think that sets me apart from other real estate agents, and there's a lot of competition in South Florida. There are 45,000 real estate agents in the Tri-County area. I'm only one of 45,000. So, you know, I like to say that I have a passion for real estate and mortgage financing. I really enjoy doing what I do. And the primary thing I think that sets me apart is that I focus on my clients' goals and objectives. I don't focus on Mario's goals. I want to understand and know what my clients' goals and objectives are in relationship to getting that home sold, what their expectations are regarding the time frame versus what the actual time frame is in the marketplace, what their goals are for price, and what their goals are moving after the sale and we have a contract. So I'm focused really on what they want to accomplish,
Right.
not so much what
Right.
Mario wants to accomplish. I'm just the instrument to help them to achieve their goals. And I focus on that during the entire process, all the way to the closing table.
So basically, that secret recipe or secret sauce really is a result of many, many years of experience and hurdles and, like we talked about in our previous show, turbulences that you've learned from, and you're able to refine this approach.
Can I put the turbulences back on the screen?
Turbulences. Did you guys miss that episode? You need to go back. You need to go to marioshomenews.com and check out his video gallery and check out all of these live streams that were done here. But basically, folks, if you're looking to buy, you're looking to sell, if you're a first-time homeowner, if you're renting, don't waste your time. Contact Mario. Contact Mario Quintero. Excuse me about the Dominguez part.
That's okay.
Mario Quintero, and save your time, your money, and energy, because he is truly the one-stop shop, and he has all the resources you need. I've heard of some closing rates that are just absolutely incredible. At the speed. And are you going to show us now a sample of the 88?
Well, this is a handout that I
Okay.
use with all my clients when I first meet them, and it says things that might go wrong during the transaction. Receive the knowledge, experience, and negotiating skills that you deserve.
Right.
And I outline those 88 turbulences because they will occur. These things will occur. And again, like I've said in the past, I don't do this to scare my clients.
Right.
I do this to show them that when these things occur, I want them to feel comfortable that I will be able to handle this for them during the transaction.
It's almost like consider yourself like a pilot. Your job is to take a potential home buyer from a somebody that's looking to somebody that's achieving their dream home, and you're the pilot of that relationship and real estate transaction. And those turbulences, if you're a regular airline pilot, you're used to it, and it doesn't faze you.
Well, it's exactly right, and the confidence that I have to get that done is part of the things that differentiates me from other people.
Experience.
Now, I do that when I'm dealing with buyers, but I also do that when I'm dealing with sellers.
Right.
So when I list a house and I'm representing those sellers, there's turbulence, and one of the things that we do to avoid turbulence is that's the reason why I order a home inspection. I don't want any surprises. I want to know
Smart.
if there's
Very
any
smart.
things hidden behind the scenes that we can at least fix, repair prior to start the showings of the home, so that the buyer that's going to come see the home doesn't get turned off by perceptions that this might cost more to fix than what it really is. I'd rather have my seller fix it before we start showing the house.
Very smart, very smart. Again, like a pilot looking at the screen, looking at the radar, and you see that there's a potential storm, and you navigate around that, or you maneuver your airplane in order to avoid the least amount of turbulence. to the
Correct.
home buyer.
And there's a lot of people involved in a transaction, such as a sale or a purchase. I mean, you know, you have the real estate agents that represent the other side. You know, you have a mortgage lender, underwriter, processors involved. You have the appraisal. You have the inspector from the other side. You have the title company. You might have title. I mean, there's a lot of things that have to be navigated before we land at the closing table.
Well, add to that the mortgage and loan experience, hence your name, the one-stop shop.
Well, that's one of the things that just happened in a transaction that we closed. Okay, I was representing the seller, one of my listings, and we ran into turbulence with the buyer and their financing. And fortunately, the realtor that was representing the buyer was able to bring the issue to the table, knowing that I own a mortgage company. And we actually had a meeting in my office to see how we can navigate this buyer's financing. And after thoroughly conducting a financial assessment, I told her to go back to her lender and ask for this particular product. They did that. They went back, and that's how we were able to close. And I actually assisted the realtor for the buyer and the buyer to be able to consummate the deal for my seller. So that's the other part of the experience that I bring to the table.
Knowledge is power. And knowledge in this industry and experience is absolutely key. Key. I want to take a second and welcome everybody that's been watching. Wilson, Grand Salon, we were just there
Hey,
today.
Wilson.
Hey guys, Grand Salon, and all the others I haven't had a chance to see there on the broadcast. My name is Andy. I'm here with Mario Quintero, the one-stop shop, and we're talking about real estate listings. Mario, we have another question for you. Do you have a recent video or a site for one of your recent listings?
Yes, we do. I'm going to show you a piece of that, and excuse me.
By the way, folks, all this content, you can check it out and watch it at marioshomenews.com. We're going to show it on the screen behind us, but you can see this as well.
So this is a listing that we just signed last week. It's a beautiful corner property on 143rd and Southwest 22nd Street.
Okay.
It's being offered at $544, and this is the actual website that we use in order to promote this listing. So not only does it have the pictures of the listing, it has a 2.5-minute video, which I want to show you a little piece of it so that you can see the professionalism of the video. I'm not going to show the whole thing, but just to show you what.
So this is a website that is dedicated and built exactly for that property.
Just for that property.
Wow.
with its own website.
Nice.
Okay, which has everything that that property has. The inside, the outside, the dimensions, the location, the neighborhood. As you can see, it has a drone video that starts
Beautiful.
out. It has, you can see the entire property. And then from there, we move on to a full menu of the property details and the pictures of that property. So we have a full photo gallery, and it even has a link to be able to schedule a showing. Whether you're a realtor, you have multiple ways. You could just call me and set it up, or you could go on here or Showing Assist, which is what the realtors use, and set up a convenient time to be able to see the property.
That is marketing basics 101 advanced for the property itself.
That's it.
There's not many people in the industry that are doing this.
Well, I'll give you an example. Today I got a call from a realtor that I've done business with before who saw the listing in the MLS. She wanted to take her client tomorrow. Unfortunately, the seller is preparing the house. He has his cleaning service coming in to prepare the house for this Sunday's open house from 2 to 4. I said, look, I can't show you the property tomorrow. However, if you go online
See the video.
and you go to see the website, you'll be able to see all the pictures,
Of course.
the video, show it to your client, so that by the time they get there on Sunday, they have an idea about the property. And that's another way that we use this website.
This is a great tool, and Mario, that leads me to the next question. What else do you do? How do you market your real estate?
So we use a lot of different ways to market. The primary way in today's environment is obviously social media.
Social media.
Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. We also have our own Facebook friends. When we post it, we ask them to share it to the people that they know.
Right.
Okay. Inside of Remax, Remax is a large organization.
Okay.
At Remax Advance, we have close to 200 agents.
Nice.
So the first ones that I let know about any of my listings are the 200 agents at Remax Advance Realty.
Right.
So they usually have clients, and in fact, one of the realtors that's coming on Sunday is a Remax agent with their
Nice.
client.
Nice.
So that's another way that I use to get the word out about my listings.
Right.
The last thing we do is we do open houses. This
Okay.
Sunday, this property will be featured in an open house from 2 to 4, and will create a lot of traffic for people to come out and view the property.
So you promote it first with your Remax Advanced network, your group,
Yes.
and then of course that's open up to any other realtor within the county that wants to do business with you.
Well, one of the great things about the MLS is that it reaches all 45,000 realtors.
Okay.
That are in the Tri-County area. The other thing is that what'd you put?
No, this is a comment.
Okay, so besides the 45,000 realtors at Remax, our office, as soon as they upload the listing, it actually goes out to over 100 different social media sites immediately.
Wow.
It goes out. In fact, I was just looking at the information before you got here, and I see that every major real estate company that's in South Florida is already featuring this property on their websites
Already.
Okay, including Zillow, Realtor.com, and all the major players. All, I don't want to name their names, but,
Right.
but every major real estate company in South Florida is already on Google with this address and their name after it. So they're actually helping me promote my listing through all the major channels.
And with SEO the way it is, and you having the address listed on there, anybody searches that, it's going to come up and rank.
It's going to be there.
Which is going to be there.
And the final thing is the sign in front of the house.
Right.
The sign's been up now for a
Right.
few days, and then we actually have a additional sign that goes below the main sign that is the web address. So if people come by, instead of pulling a piece of paper with the information
Or
of the
if it
property
rains and it gets wet,
and it gets
or
wet,
whatever.
no, they could just write down or take a picture of the website, and when they go home, they could view it in the comfort of their own home.
Or they could stay in their car on their mobile phone and access the page.
They could do it right from
So
there. Yes.
Mario, that begs the question. You said there's 45,000 real estate agents here. I'm sure you get calls from many of them. That begs the question, what do you require realtors to submit with their offers on your real estate listings? So that's a lot of realtors out there.
There are. And a lot of them are experienced, and then there are a lot that are just learning the business, and this is a way to helping those realtors actually coach them into making a proper
So I'm sure
offer.
you have requirements to further avoid those turbulences that can occur.
Correct. So what I require when another realtor makes an offer on one of my listings is I want them to submit that offer, that contractual offer with the right disclosures, and I also want a DU approval of their buyer, which is a term that we use in the mortgage industry. It's a 7-page document regarding the financial history of that buyer. And I also want to see proof of funds. I want to see that they really have the money in the bank to make this transaction happen. And then once I have those three things, I could go present that offer to my seller and explain to them why this buyer is probably a good buyer for them to accept the offer.
So you really work for your clients. I mean, you don't want to go to them with bogus offers that may or may not result.
Well, I'll present
sale.
all offers because it's my
Right, but there's
responsibility
certain
to
requirements.
But I'm going to let them know up front if this is an offer that is not worth it to them. I'm going to explain to them why.
I mean, we are in South Florida, right? I mean, we are in South Florida, so you really want to have your bases covered. And I agree. I mean, I don't blame you, and that's why people are flocking to you do business with you and to make sure that their house is sold at the best possible rate and at the quickest amount of time.
Yes, sir.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense. We have another question here from one of our viewers. In closing, what are the 3 P's in your listing presentations?
So the 3 P's of my listing presentation are: 1, the preparation. We need to prepare the home before we start selling the home.
That's important.
One of the things that I've had this year in 2 listings is because of the age of the home, the electrical panel, as soon as I walked in and started walking around, I noticed the electrical panels were obsolete.
Wow.
And for $800, you could put in basically a brand new electrical panel. In both instances, I convinced the seller to have an electrician come in and also replace the entire panel before we started to show the house.
Wow.
The other reason for replacing those 2 electrical panels is that they had multiple taps into the different circuits.
Okay.
And that's a dangerous situation. You know, everybody has a handyman. The handyman comes in,
I have tools.
especially in Miami.
I have tools.
Everybody was an electrician in the country that they came from. Sorry. And then they start tapping multiple items into one breaker.
Right.
Okay, that's a very dangerous thing.
It overheats.
Those things we found out, and in both instances, the sellers listened to me and they changed the electrical panel. So preparation, staging the house,
That's key.
possibly painting the house. There's a lot of loans like FHA and VA.
Really?
If the home qualifies for FHA or VA, there's 2 things that could be problematic here in South Florida. One of them is chip paint. If there's a little piece of chip paint anywhere inside or outside that house, that will create a turbulence for the appraiser, and then he'll have to come back out, reappraise the property, take a picture of the chip paint that it was replaced, and that's a turbulence that we have to overcome. So I'd rather overcome that before we start showing the house and take off.
Mario, every house has paint that has been chipped.
Well, we have to fix the chip paint before we start showing the house.
That little detail
That
can
little
cause a
detail.
turbulence and delay the
Yes.
closing on a property.
Yes. The other thing is bars on
Wow.
the windows. We have a lot of homes that have security bars on the
Hey,
windows.
wait a minute. I love my bars. No, I'm
Okay,
kidding.
but,
I'll have
but
your
if you
bars.
have bars on the windows
Yes.
and they don't have an escape hatch,
It's a fire hazard.
and they're located in the bedrooms, that's a fire hazard. So you got to make a decision to either remove that bar, or I could refer you to a company in Medley that will come in, remove the bars, take it to their warehouse, put in the proper
Wow.
escape hatch, paint it new, come back and reinstall it. And they charge between $150 and $250 per window. So if you have bars in every bedroom, that has to be addressed. So these are the type of things that we look at when we're preparing a home. Besides uncluttering the home, besides making sure that the home is clean. If there's children in the home, we got to get the children to commit to keeping their rooms clean and tidy. So
You guys listening out there?
It's
Are you
a-
guys listening?
the preparation process is a process. It's not just putting a sign outside the house and
ho-
expecting somebody
and
to
hope
buy
for
it.
the best. Hope
No,
for
it
the best.
doesn't work that way. There's a lot of preparation. Number 2 is the price. Okay, the pricing of the property is very important. This listing that we're featured here today was an expired listing for 6 months. Okay, why was it expired? Because the price was too high when they first listed the property.
Got it.
So what I did was I had our professional appraiser, Ideal Appraisals, that does a lot of them for us, and he came in and he gave me a professional appraisal. And then I presented that to the seller. I said, your price needs to be around right here if you want to sell this house. If you want to let it sit for another 6 months,
Right. Doesn't make any
personally, I'm not interested,
Right.
because I don't want to waste your time or
Right.
waste my time.
That makes complete
So
sense.
we need to be at the right price, because if you're the highest price in the neighborhood, other buyers are going to use your house to, like they're going to show your house as the highest in the neighborhood. Why should they buy your house as the highest when they could buy another one for $20,000 or $30,000 less?
The mind of Quintero, folks.
Okay, so that's one of the things behind pricing. going back to preparation, I use Four Eyes Inspections, Henry Burials. I use him for all my pre-listing inspections. He comes in, he does a thorough job. He uses a drone to go up on the roof, check things around. Moisture in the walls, make sure there's no moisture in the walls that cannot be seen.
Is that a factor?
I mean, that's a factor, yeah, because we may not see it, but when the buyer comes in and they have their inspection done,
Got it.
their guy is
Got
going
it.
to use a moisture detector, and I don't want to find out at that point. I want to find out before we list the
So
property.
you want to find out everything before
Everything.
the other inspector comes
Everything,
in.
even a little cap off an electrical socket, we're going to have that fixed. Okay? Why?
Awesome.
We want to get full price, and we want to reduce the other side, the buying side, from coming at chipping out our price. We want to take away any reasons they may have
Right.
from chipping out our price.
Makes sort of sense. They can say, well, you need to replace that outlet. That's going to cost us $8-10 to replace.
No, there's
You know,
no
like-
outlets to be replaced. All right, and the last P is professional pictures and video.
Okay.
We've been using several companies. The one that we use the most is he was an employee at Remax since I've been there. He's left since, but he still has his video and picture company. And Swift Marketers is who we use.
Right.
And he'll produce the video, the pictures, the website, my flyer. He'll create the website and pay for it. I mean, I'm paying for it for a whole year, but he takes care of all of that. And then my flyer. I do have a flyer that I hand out at the open houses. I don't keep it outside on the post. I just hand it out to the
Open
people
house,
that
right.
come and see. So
Right.
those are my 3 Ps. And they've been very successful. And I'm going to keep doing it. It takes work. Don't get me wrong. This takes work.
I can see.
And then the last thing is, when I complete all these things, I got to sit down with my seller
Right.
and explain to them professionally, without insulting them, that here you got the inspection, here you have the appraisal, here's the pictures and the video. Now we need to make a decision on the price. And we need to make a decision on whether you're going to fix these things. And then we list the property.
Do you usually find that when you get to this phase of the deal or setting up the deal that your seller is compliant and they understand completely?
They're compliant because we're showing them facts.
Right.
We're showing them the facts. We're showing them reality.
At the end of the game, do they want to sell that property?
They want to sell, and that's what they hire me for.
And they're bringing in the expert to tell them what is required to make that house sell at the price that they want and in a timely fashion.
You know, yesterday when I put up the addendum on the sign for the website, I went by late yesterday afternoon. I put it up myself, and I texted it to the seller. And he had already seen the video. I had emailed it to him
Right.
earlier in the day, the pictures, and he was so blown away by everything we had done in less than a week that he said to me, he goes, listen, now I understand why this house didn't sell
Right.
for 6 months.
Right.
Because I see all the work that you've done in less than a week to prepare to get this home sold. And that's what we do as a professional realtor.
Right.
These are the things that we got to do to properly sell a home.
And Mario, you just mentioned a key word here, professional realtor. And I know you mentioned earlier in our broadcast that there's 45,000 realtors out there. And I know because I see the ads, you know, people have multiple jobs and they have a license. Nothing against them. They're all beginning, but it really pays to list and deal with somebody that's very seasoned and experienced in the industry.
Well, it is. I mean, the other thing,
And everybody has to begin at some point.
everybody has to begin.
You know?
I'm one of those that tries to help the newcomer anytime I can, especially if it's a realtor making an offer
Right.
on one of my properties.
Right.
I'll try to coach them if they're open to coaching. I don't want to
Important,
offend
of course,
them,
of course.
but I'm one of those that will reach out to them and say, listen, you might want to consider this or that. I have others that want to come in here and have a one-on-one with me, whether they're with Remax or not, and I give them the time.
Right.
I give them the time because people helped me when I first started.
Of course.
Okay? So anytime I could give back to another realtor, another mortgage broker, I will do that because everybody has a starting point and everybody has to learn. But one of the things that I want to mention at this point, as we have already gone through all this information, you're going to see a lot of digital companies popping up that are going to sell real estate. Okay? They're going to list your property. They're going to do it for a very cheap rate, maybe a flat fee, maybe 1/3 the cost or whatever. What you got to consider as a seller is that after we've reviewed all this information, can a computer app do all of this versus what a professional realtor can do?
Right.
So, you're going to see a lot of that out there. I'm not concerned about it myself because I know what I can do, and I'll go up against any app, any day, anywhere. So keep that in mind if you're thinking of selling your house, the difference between a professional realtor and an app.
Listen, at InSouth Florida, I develop apps and we build a lot of stuff with technology, but this real estate business is almost like you go into a hospital for an open heart surgery. Are you going to put that in the hands of an app?
Right.
You know, I know that there's robotics involved, but there's a human that is controlling that. There's a human that's making decisions on the fly based on experience and based on material that he's been down that road before. And apps are smart and technology is getting smarter, but this is one of those things that those 88 turbulences are hard to identify. And sometimes you need to make decisions that only years and years of experience are going to help you with that.
And I'd like to give out a shout out because one of the members of my team, her name is Jackie Vasquez.
What's up, Jackie?
And she's my transaction coordinator.
Okay.
She's the one that once we receive a contract, she's off and running, making sure that all the deadlines of that contract are achieved, and she gets involved to assist me in the transaction until we get to the closing table. Another person that helps me out a lot is our partner, Carolyn Martinez, the owner of CNC Title, which has over 25 years experience in the title business.
Wow.
And if my sellers don't have representation, I usually let them know that Carol can handle their sellers' closing docs and all the paperwork that they're going to need to sign at the closing table.
Right.
So those two people are key to helping me once we get a contract. The other two people that I have two part-time women that help me to handle the open houses, and they work as a team. So when people show up, they actually help to sell the house. They hand out my flyer, and they let them know that if they have any questions to call me directly. So we got a full team to try to sell that property.
You're getting a lot of hearts, sir, a lot of thumbs up there. Hey, Lola. Hey, Patrice. Hey, Alex Fernandez watching there. So it goes to the old adage, there's no I in team. And that's why it's the Quintero team.
Right.
Because it takes a village here. It takes your village to make sure that these properties are being transacted properly and they're being sold properly and everything else. Well,
Mm-hmm.
Mario, so somebody out there that's saying, maybe I've had my house listed for 4 or 5 months and I haven't even heard of my real estate agent in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. What's going on? Or maybe somebody has an issue or has had issues with real estate or mortgage turbulences in the past, and they're still stuck in their property or they haven't been able to buy. We may have some people out here saying, I want to buy a place. Maybe Mario can help me. What is the best number that they can get a hold of you at?
So there's two numbers to reach me during regular business hours. 305-598-1600 is the number here at my office. And then I have my cell number for any time, 7 days a week, 305-588-0451.
So we have a comment here from Lola Gonzalez. Remax is selling a house they absolutely love, 14000 Southwest 92nd. Lola, give us some more info. Is this your house? Do you want to sell a house? You're buying a house? You want to contact Mr. Quintero here? He can absolutely help you out here. Let's give her again that phone number. So
305.
Lola, if you want to write this down.
305-588-0451. That is my cell. I'm going to check out this address that you posted. If you want to post your phone number, I could call you afterwards and let you know some information regarding this house.
I'm not sure, Lola, that you want to post your phone number here where thousands of people are going to see it, but definitely call Mario. And Mario already has his realtor hat on. He's taken down the address and he's going to research that for you. So if you can get a hold of him directly, I think what she's trying to say is that a house is being sold by Remax that she absolutely loves.
Right. And I'm going to look it up.
And you want Mario to help you with that transaction. Is that correct, Lola, here? So this could be, there you go. This could be your first real estate transaction via a live stream technology.
Video, yeah.
Wow, this stuff really works, huh?
It does.
Folks, we want to thank you for the love. Eugene, welcome on the broadcast, my friends. We want to thank you for the love. This is the 4th or the 5th live stream that we've done. If you want to check out the past live streams, go to marioshomenews.com right there. Check it out. Look at those thumbs up. Patrice out in California. Hey, Patrice, if you want to move back to Miami, give this guy a call. He'll definitely hook you up. Check out marioshomenews.com. The other live streams are there. And we've talked about such topics as credit, bad credit, good credit, rental, the financial conditions, the market. I mean, this guy is just a wealth of knowledge, folks. And today we just covered the area of real estate listings. But his full library is on that website, marioshomenews.com. There's a section there. It's called Video Gallery. You can go ahead and check it out. And his phone number is on the website. You're in New York this week. But Patrice, you need a South Florida property. Come on, give this guy a call. This guy is a traveler, famous around the world. He has a book. He has an author. He's a speaker. Patrice, when I grow up, I want to be just like you, man. No, really, if you're looking for a property, give this guy a call. This guy can definitely help you out. So, Mario, anything else we got for today's viewers here?
No, the only thing I ask for the viewers is when this goes on Facebook, now that it's live, once it stops, just asking for some help. Share it to your Facebook friends, and anything you can do to help is really appreciated.
Share the love, folks. Share the love. This is Andy with In South Florida. We're here live with Mario Quintero, the mind of Quintero, and the one-stop shop. We're going to come back to you next week, next Thursday?
Next Thursday.
Should we tease him with anything, or we just keep it a surprise? You guys got to come back.
Yeah,
you guys got to come back. You guys got to come back and learn some more of the real estate and mortgage turbulences and how to avoid them there. So just like Mario said, share this with your network. Share the love. Mario is a wealth of knowledge, and he doesn't charge a penny for this, folks. He will talk to you and help you get into your dream home, get you the financing you need, and that's just what he does because he loves what he does.
Yep.
And there's an old phrase, man, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. I'm not working here, folks. Are you working?
I'm not working.
I'm not working. We just love what we do. We just love.
Yeah.
Joanna, welcome. You caught us at the end of the broadcast. Go back to the beginning and watch the live stream. We love you guys all.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mario. Talk to you guys soon.